you're passionate about something, go out there and do it. My one daughter that I did the half marathon with several years ago, we were in Washington, D.C., and there was a 5-mile run. And so we signed up, my husband, her husband, we had a big group that signed up. And so we're beginning the run, and my daughter says to me, she says, you know, Mom, I just had a baby a couple months ago, and I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to do this 5 miles. I've only run up to 2 miles. I said, okay, meet you at the end, you know, slow and steady. I'll come in at the end. So we start running. All of a sudden, she comes flying by me, runs the whole thing full speed. And I thought, well, that's the beauty of youth. I finally come dragging in at the end, and I said, you know, I found something very inspiring. I said, I saw somebody along the side of the road. They were holding a sign, and it said, run like a cheetah if your name's Anita. And so I did the run like a cheetah if your name's Anita for the whole thing, just kept saying that. And my daughter says, Mom, that's not you. Slow as taffy if your name's Kathy. Just like that, comes right up with that. So a couple of years later, when my one niece said to me, she said, you know, Aunt Kathy, you run, you bike, you swim. Why don't you do a triathlon? And I said, oh, I'm not really interested. The next week, I'm at the pool, and I see a woman, and one thing I am good at is a swimmer. That's my strength right there. I'm swimming at the pool, and this woman says to me, what's the distance here? And so I'm telling her, I said, why? And she goes, I'm going to do the triathlon in Lewisburg in the summer. I said, oh. And then I thought, she can do it, I can do it. Called my niece back, I said, I'm in. So she told me like how to get ready, got my husband signed up. So that, you know, the day of the thing, you know, this was a sprint triathlon, so I don't want you to think there's other ones. So a sprint triathlon is you swim a quarter of a mile, then you bike 15 miles, and then you run 3 miles. They have other ones that are, all those distances are longer. So my husband and I, our goal was to begin and finish. So we both did the thing. At the end, I'm getting my bike ready to load onto the car, and I hear my name being called. I am second place. I win a trophy. Turns out there are only 2 people in my age group. So the next week at our hospital, they're having a run for the heart, 3-mile race. I thought, I just did 3 miles after the other part of the triathlon. I sign up, first place. Only one in my age group. I called my 3 daughters and I said, you know, I think I found my niche. I just have to show up. So 2 months later, there was another triathlon. So I signed up for that one. This one, you had to, the biking part of it, you had to cross over a railroad track. So I get to the railroad and the train's coming. The train took 10 minutes of my time. By the time the train was clear, there was nobody in front of me. So I thought, not doing well on this one. Start going, you know, riding along. I'm going up this 3-mile hill that was like unbelievable. All of a sudden the chain comes off my bike because I shifted incorrectly. So I had to walk it to the top, try to get it straightened out. Meanwhile, I have grease all over my hands, wipe my hands off, get back on the bike. I thought, might as well just keep going. Finish the race, hear my name being called, second place, only 2 in my age group. So the point of all this is, sometimes if you're passionate about something, you just have to show up. If you show up at the gym in your gym clothes, you're going to work out. If you show up at the pool in a bathing suit, you're going to swim. You show up at the track in your running gear, you're going to run. So think about what you want as far as life balance. If there's some part of it that you're trying, just keep showing up at it, and eventually you will be passionate and be successful in what you're doing.